Let's talk about getting the K7 space station assembled, or mostly assembled. Well, what's up, Plastic Addicts? Back at it with you, and we're going to talk about how I made this actually more difficult on myself than I needed to. This was pretty easy. Put the base on, then we're going to do a little bit of work on the wiring between the two sections, the hub I call it, but here I'm just testing to make sure the lights work at each step, just to be sure. So this guy's going to go on like so. I got wires at the bottom, and wires and fiber optic strands coming at the top. This is pre-tinning the wires, adding shrink tube, because we don't want shorts, when assembling the two portions. Now, this is a bit of a pain because I had to lean the hub up against something to be able to put these wires together. Shrink tube, like we said, a little bit of crazy glue in there as we put these two pieces together and get the alignment where we want it. Put together, take a look at it. Let's make sure the lights work. I've shown this before, but this is my quick process for doing LEDs. Pre-tinning the LED, pre-tinning the resistor, pre-tinning the wires, then we attach everything together. Test the light. Splicing into the flasher to the main circuit. Here's where I accidentally bent a fiber optic strand with the heat from the soldering iron. Doing the heat shrink here. Low temperature hot glue to make sure this is all put together well. Tug test. Set the length of the fiber optic strands, and then we're going to give them a little trim and a little wet sand just to make sure we get a good light transmission. Pop those in. Add two more for the upper dome and the grain silo. Test the lighting. Always test the lighting. Glue that in and make sure everything is set. Now I lost some footage of me assembling the upper dome, but there's not really much to show there. It's just me running the fiber optic strand and the main light to the dome, which is just like the secondary domes all around the edge, and running the fiber optic strand down the grain silo. And there's already a hole for that, but we'll get into more detail on that in the next video. Otherwise, we're just gluing it together and doing all the seam sealing, which is kind of boring. Sand fill, paint, prime, etc. Hope you enjoy this video. See you on the next one.